What's up, fam? Now, I do have another background, but I forgot to bring it with me, and I had just ordered this green screen thing. I strongly doubt that I will ever use the green screen, but who knows? Never say never, you know? Um, so excited about my little thingy thing here that I didn't pull out any cards, so we're going to do that. Pull out some cards. And then, oh, I had another. Where did I put her? Hold on. Okay, we're back. All right. Doing the most, huh? So, I brought just a few of my handwritten cards. So, we're gonna get 3 of those. Those would be the main cards, and anything else would just be clarifiers. Yeah. Yeah. Hope everybody's been doing great. You've been having a wonderful day. Okay, there's one. All right. Since death is a necessary transition, so I mean that could be the endings are necessary. They are necessary transitions. It could be endings of a way of thinking, ending of a relationship, um, just any type of ending. Next card is blocked, not out of aggression, but preservation and survival. Spirit is saying, yeah, that is a way that you may need to look at this a certain severing of perhaps a relationship. Bottom of the deck, we do have segment. So this is an energy that is just waiting for you to call on her to protect you, to cover you. And then we have alchemy here. And so, to alchemize the energy, the grief, so on and so forth that comes from this necessary transition. The segment card had to come back out. So I know we saw her already, but obviously that she's a powerful energy at this time. And then we have stretch your earth angel wings. It's time for you to expand. You're staying too comfortable, is what it's seeming like. And Spirit is saying you need to, act like whatever it is that you need to end or whatever, you need to act like that it doesn't exist. I mean, you need to completely block it. Because this is about you preserving yourself. Preserving your self-love. Because obviously this person, place, or thing is never going to be an energy that is conducive. You need to put an end to it. You need to block this energy because it does not have your best interest at heart. This is a message from your grandfather on your father's side, perhaps. Underneath that is to put yourself out there as well. So again, this could be romantically, work-wise. So many ways that this could play out. Just take what resonates. Bottom of the deck of one of the clarifiers, we have the quantum codes, and we have the quantum code for removing etheric implants. So whomever, I feel like whomever this person is, or place that you may go to, that you may need to block out of your mind and separate from, put a necessary ending or a death to, this place may be like a black hole, in the fact that it drains energy. It drains your energy. It drains the energy of good people. So you may need to be mindful of that. Remember, that is the bottom of the deck card. Okay, we're gonna use this galactic deck that I have for more clarifiers, and then we'll, maybe go a little bit deeper with tarot if necessary. Remember, it's just not about, being aggressive or trying to get back at a certain person, place, or thing. It's the fact that if you give into it, you'll be betraying yourself. Again, it's like I said, it's about self-preservation, and to help get you out of survival mode. And the reason you're in survival mode is because of doubt. This person has you doubting yourself. That bottom of the deck is self-observance in reverse. The number is 67, so that's a 13, which reduces down to a 4. Self-observance, 4 represents, standing a firm foundation, so on and so forth. So Spirit is saying you need a little bit more self-observance. You need to understand and know, and I feel like you do. Whenever it comes to this person, place, or thing, you have observed how you will drop your guards because of whatever. Maybe you really love this person or whatever. Even underneath this card is blind enthusiasm. This may be someone that you have blind enthusiasm behind, but you need to realize and stay focused on the long-term goals, because this may be someone that, if romantically, they don't want kids, or they don't want to be married because they've been married multiple times, it didn't work for them. There may be a lot of trauma surrounding having kids and so on and so forth, yet you've fallen head over heels in love with this person, and there's so much drama that this person carried with them, on top of long-term goals that you may want to indulge in, that they no longer, that they don't. You know what I'm saying? They may not want kids, they may not want marriage, and that's something that you do want. And you may have went in with a blind enthusiasm, and perhaps they may see you as someone that lacks self-observance, and that goes into things with the blind enthusiasm. And if you are, then that's long-term goals for them, because that means they can continue to draw off of your energy. You can continue to be a narcissistic source, supply for these people. But remember, we did get the message that they don't have your best interest at heart. They will keep you down. All right, so the first clarifier to death is a necessary transition. We have missing link in reverse. Spirit wants you to know that you have everything that you need. There's nothing missing. But that's part of the reason why you continue to go back to this person, place, or thing, is because, again, you may have felt head over heels in love with. It could be a person. You could have felt head over heels in love with a place, a certain event that happens, So this is like something that you may do weekly. Yet you may have to release it. Maybe this person, maybe there's a romantic situation that's toxic that's tied to this situation, in which, you know, would make someone have to make a decision to walk away from it. But Spirit wants you to know that, you know, this is not something that you have to do with a heavy heart. If it's about preservation and your survival, I think that kind of, once you know what's at stake, it kind of makes the decision a little bit easier. And so one of the other clarifiers is the third eye chakra quantum code, which is 82 space 88 space 133. The quantum code for removing etheric implants is 131 space 415 space 6266 space 9014 space 50145. All right, and underneath that I see healing. I saw the card healing on a soul level. You know what I'm saying? You are healing on a soul level, and that's why there is a necessary ending that has to happen, or that has happened. And there's a lot of energy that needs to be blocked. But again, there's some apprehension there. And you need to know that there's nothing with the missing link here in reverse, which is the number 49. 49 reduces to a 13, which is reduces to a 4, another 4. So this reading is all about self. There's a lot of doubt that you have. You feel like there's a missing link, like there's more you have to do, and Spirit wants you to know that there's nothing more that you have to do. This person, place, a thing that you need to have an ending with is perhaps a situation where your self-worth it makes you question your self-worth. It puts you in competition, perhaps, you know what I'm saying, makes you doubt yourself. And Spirit says you need to separate from that, because that's the type of energy that's going to keep you stifled and stuck. Okay, those are the etheric implants and hooks that this person has, you know, perhaps in you, because it keeps you in this energy of doubting yourself and feeling like you're not enough. This person purposefully puts you in that type of energy, and even if it's not purposefully, it's their subconscious, because they're not on a healing journey, and you can't keep putting yourself in harm's danger because someone else doesn't listen to their intuition. Someone else isn't truly on the spiritual journey in order to make sure that they don't, you know, affect your energy with stuff that they pick up, because they don't have the tools or the knowledge or even the want to do the things. Like, you know, there's maybe someone that don't sage their energy on a regular, someone that don't protect their energy a lot, right? So that makes them susceptible to people in their energy jumping onto them, and then so that's more shit that you gotta fight off, you know. And now you don't have energy for your dreams and your goals and the things that you need to be focused on. So that's why this, you know, this death is necessary. It's necessary for you to transition to the next level in your evolution. So clarifying the blocked card, we have alchemy, which we did see with the segment card. It's the number 102, which is a 3. This is all about expansion. Yes, there may be grief and a lot of frustration, but focus on alchemy. It's in the upright, you are an alchemist, and you have this ability. You have a pristine consciousness. You are in tune with your third eye. Remember, we did have the third eye chakra. You know, again, this is spirit reminding you, there's nothing missing. You are complete within yourself. You don't need that person, that place or thing to complete you. You got this person, place, or thing putting you in competition, and you are completely complete and whole, just in your own right. And you need to remember that. You've forgotten it. You need to remember that there's no missing link. And you need to forgive yourself for thinking that there ever was, and that anything or anyone could complete you. Everything you need, you can find within yourself already. Right? Because you have pristine consciousness. You have non-polarized thought. That's part of your spiritual journey. You've cultivated a non-polarized thought. And it's time for you to travel and to move beyond. You have grown beyond certain persons, places, or things. Because the quantum code, to clarify, this blocked energy, and it says blocked not out of aggression, but out of preservation and survival, it's the travel card, the travel quantum code. It says for opportunities to arrive, if you enjoy travel, both for work and for pleasure. You know what I'm saying? You need to block this person because they are blocking opportunities for you. You have so many opportunities here. Just waiting for you. So as you process this ending, when it comes, as you process this ending, and there may be some lower vibrational emotions that you have to work through, such as grief or whatever, make sure that you do the work to alchemize that energy into opportunities. All right, because there's a lot of opportunities that have perhaps been blocked because you haven't been actively alchemizing this energy fully from a place of knowing and understanding that there's nothing missing, that you have everything already within you, so that you can stretch your fucking earth angel wings and fucking fly. Like you've been, the only thing that's been stopping you is you and manipulation. There's definitely have been manipulation. There definitely have been people that have put their etheric implants and hooks within you to distract you from your soul purpose. So don't be too hard on yourself. And again, to forgive yourself. It was one of the cards spoke about forgiving yourself. I think it was the missing link card. Yeah. Ability to love and forgive yourself for thinking that there was anything ever missing, for allowing people to hurt you. And you only did that because you didn't love yourself enough to say no. You didn't love yourself enough to block these people at the first red flag that you saw. You know, you kept. So it's time for you to truly do self-observance, to set those healthy boundaries. We literally have the heart chakra here to clarify. Stretch your earth angel wings. And I actually wrote this card in green, which is the color of the heart chakra. We even have green on the card. So the quantum code for the heart chakra is, well, before we do that, the quantum code for travel and for opportunities to arise, so that you can travel for both work and pleasure. That quantum code is 06 space 11 space 916. Okay? You're about to alchemize all of this energy, all of this heavy shit, because you are a powerful creator. You're about to alchemize this into opportunities. You're about to alchemize this into traveling. And hell, again, you're gonna be traveling for work, but it's gonna be pleasure as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be separate, because you're gonna love what you do. You know, your work brings you pleasure. So you're about to experience such a beautiful life, you know, where you get paid for doing what you love. Heart chakra, right? Wow, shut up. Literally the forgiveness and gratitude card coming out. Forgive yourself. Forgive them for they know not. Block their ass. Go ahead and allow the ending to occur. The death of the situation, so that you can transition to the next level. 8 plus 4, 12. Another 3, another expansion. We had 3 with the alchemy card as well. And so this is the Cetacean. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. Cetacean, Dolphin. This is a dolphin card. Dolphins are very intelligent. Spirit is letting you, they know that you're a very intelligent person. But even though you're exceptional, people still try to hunt you. They still try to kill your hope, your dreams, kill you mentally, kill you emotionally, so that you won't try to reach for what it is that you want, because again, that keeps you down, that keeps them able to keep their foot on your neck, so that they continue to drain you and destiny swap. But again, you forgive them for they know not. You see the bigger picture. Ultimately, if you do your part, you know that these people can't stop you. You are a powerful creator. And you also see the good and the bad. You see everything as part of creation, so you accept them for who they are and the role that they're playing in your evolution. Again, nothing can stop you but you. Nothing can stop you. All the way up. You're really all the way up at this point. The only way that you're not is if you convince yourself that you're not. But all signs point to the fact that you are him, that you are her, and you just gotta believe in it yourself and begin to make shit happen. That's it. That's all. It literally says doing so allows to see the bigger picture. I was like, you see the bigger picture, and not to polarize yourself as a victim or as a perpetrator. Like, take the labels off. Stop claiming shit. This is the good, the bad. All of it is just part of creation, part of your elevation, and just what triggers, so that you can strengthen your gifts, so that you can do what you came here to do, your soul purpose, so that you can align with your soul purpose and do what you came here to do. But you have to go through training. So this is just your basic training. Literally. It says lessons enhance spiritual growth. Be grateful. It says joyful, in a fully present state. Be rooted in the now. Do not hold on to pains of the past. You know, people trying to put you in competition, telling you that you're less. Don't hold on to that bullshit. That's you know what I'm saying? The fact that you can be unbothered, the fact that you don't look like what you've been through, that was part of your basic training. Like, it's just dust off your shoulder. Yeah, when you were going through it, it may seem like your world was ending, but now I'm sure you can look back on it and be like, oh, that was nothing. And I sat there and just boo-hoo. Like, I mean, and like I said, you know that it wasn't in vain. Is my living in vain? You know that? No. Of course not. It's not all in vain. 'Cause up the road is eternal gain. You know, it's nothing but gains. Nothing but gains. It's like going into the gym, working out. You lift the weights. It's not easy, you know. It may be painful. You know, you go to the work, you work out, the next day, your body in pain. But what's going to come after the pain? Gains. It says, do not hold on to pains of the past or worries of the future. Do not hold a grudge, but joyfully interact with the offender. Joyfully interact with them. Don't hold on to none of the bullshit. It says joy and love of the present moment, non-attachment, healing and growth, gratitude for the lessons learned. Wow. Again, remember we had the heart chakra. The quantum code for the heart chakra is 54 space 56 space 821. I really don't think there is any more clarification that needs to be done with the tarot cards. Again, this is a message from your grandfather on your father's side. Shoot, I'm just now processing that. My grandfather on my father's side passed away before I was even born, so I didn't know him, didn't meet him. But it's good to know that he is guiding me, covering me. And so obviously I'm doing what I need to do. I've been burning ancestor money lately, you know. So perhaps it's helping him on the other side. And now he's able to come through and bless your girl with some messages, you know, for my highest good. Wow, the forgiveness and gratitude card. It's something else. But again, it's a number 84, which reduces to a number 3, ultimately, because 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. Forgiveness and gratitude expands you. It expands you. It expands your territory. It expands how much more you get access to and how much more abundance you can access. Like I said, detached. No. That joyfully interact with offender shit. I don't know about that. I know it's tough and it's hard, and that it can be hard. But once you're at I truly do feel like once you're at a mentality of enlightenment, of just understanding, anything other than King of Swords having a mind over heart mentality about it. And just see it for what it is. It helps you to cope. Again, we spoke about the grief, but remember, we do have the alchemy card out here. You are an alchemist, so you can alchemize that grief energy. So it doesn't mean that you don't feel the frustration, the anger, the sadness. It's just now you've evolved to the point where you can alchemize that shit into creativity and into healing. People can no longer put you in competition. That's beautiful. People can no longer put you in competition, honey. King of Swords also represents that intelligent energy. It represents wisdom, humor as well. It's the Winter King. So yes, it's cold. You know what I'm saying? They're made. Most comedians are people that went through hard times. You know what I'm saying? This King of Swords, this energy has been through a lot of tough times. Been through a lot of fights. But they've always come out on top. Because their ancestors, we got the Temperance card coming out. For me, that's the ancestors card. They've always been protected by their spirit guides to help keep them balanced. Third eye chakra came out earlier too. High Priestess. This is all about your intuition. So not only are you very intelligent, you have a really powerful intuition as well. And you've cultivated that. That's why people can no longer put you in competition, have you in fights with them, because again, with this, you're not getting into arguments and fights with people with the forgiveness and gratitude card. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's what's going to tear down all of their attempts. Because you're going to be so unbothered with the King of Swords energy. The King of Swords has been through so much shit that it doesn't matter what happens. They always in this unbothered energy, because it's like, I'm not afraid of nothing anymore. I done been through so much. I've learned the lessons. I'm not afraid of shit. I'm just gonna do me. But the Tower is like, a sudden revelation. So you could be getting a sudden revelation from the way you, because again, your intuition is clear, so you seeing how people are trying to put you in situations. Your discern. I feel like there's a layer that has been taken off, has fallen off of your eyes. A layer, maybe a few layers have fallen off of your eyes, and now you see people and their actions for what it is. Like, it's becoming more and more clear to you. Remember, you're blocking that not out of aggression, but as out of preservation and survival. And then we have the Hermit card, which came out in the last read as well. It's like, you know, or I think this may have been like a personal read that I didn't record, but it was like a couple cards that spoke about, you know, being in your own energy, being alone. And that's exactly what the Hermit card is. It's about going into the dark night, you know, going into the darkness until you reach enlightenment, you know, going within until you reach enlightenment. It's definitely gonna, something is being revealed that you already knew with intuition here, but you just didn't want to believe it. That's why I feel like Spirit is great, trying to help brace you with this forgiveness card, because though you're gonna possibly find out that someone someone was hunting you, trying to kill your dreams. Even, you know, like I said, even though if it's not necessarily trying to, you know, kill you physically, they may try to kill you spiritually, emotionally, mentally. You know. But remember, stretch your earth angel wings and just fly away. Got some people that are just jealous of you, jealous of your energy, and wanted you to always feel like you were missing something, that you weren't good enough. Because as long as you felt like you weren't good enough, you're not reaching for anything. The Spirit says you need to protect your kingdom. Protect your come-up-itch. I heard someone say in a reading just recently. But that's what I always meant when I said you're protecting your kingdom. You're protecting your peace. Everything that you've learned and worked for and cultivated spiritually. The King of Wands represents you protecting that. Doing, you know what I'm saying? You doing everything to protect that. You being a bitch. Queen of Swords energy. You're not playing no games. You're cutting out those things that are no longer serving you. You got the King and Queen of Swords. Spirit says take emotion out of it right now. You know, you need to be making mind over heart decisions. So again, there's no cups out here, right? And I do feel, and then now we got the King of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And this may be the energy you need to block. This may be the energy or relationship that needs to come to an end. It could be a masculine energy, or it could be a woman operating her masculine energy. Again, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Definitely someone out there lying to you. This King of Pentacles energy may be a pathological liar, you know, and there's a necessary transition that needs to happen, a blockage that needs to be enforced. I feel like there's enlightenment coming in that's going to help you to do just that. Look at that, Four of Cups. Spirit says you need to reject that cup of love, because it got sewer water in it. Look at that, Page of Cups. And at one point I was thinking to myself that I'm going to start looking at pages as like a test, because the 1 through 10 is, you know, basic training, and then when it gets to the page energy, that could be a test. So that was one way I was thinking about just my theory in tarot and how I would want to read cards, or how, you know what I'm saying. So there may be a test that's coming up. Are you gonna have to make a decision? With the two of wands represents, again, a decision, either to stay stuck or to move forward. Now, of course, that person, place, or thing, they want you to remain stuck. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the cycle to end with the World card in reverse. They want to keep playing these immature games. They don't want to grow. And that's the reason why you have to walk away. It's not out of aggression, not out of betrayal, but it could just simply be, it's just out of preservation for yourself. Again, the King of Wands, protecting your peace, protecting your come-uppage. You know what I'm saying? You can't, the Two of Wands in reverse can represent stagnancy. These people want you to remain stagnant. So here we go. Spirit says definitely is a relationship. So it could be a friendship, a relationship that involves love. So it can be family, romantic, friendships. But here we go with the Death card. You know, this friend, family, they don't want it to end. But this death, this ending of this relationship is a necessary transition for you. It's a necessary transition for you. Look at that. King of Cups. This is you and your emotional intelligence. Spirit says you have the ability to alchemize this energy. Yes, it's very painful. Yes, you have a deep love for this person, place, or thing. Again, I do feel like it's leaning more towards a person that you know and love. You know. But this person is not willing to grow. They're happy and content with where they are. They may lie to you and use the language. You know, they may learn enough to make you feel like they've been listening to you, but they really haven't. They haven't really been taking things to heart to really grow. You know, Nine of Cups in reverse. There will not be any wish fulfillment there. And you have to make an executive decision with this Emperor card. It's time to make an executive decision to block it, just out of survival and self-preservation. Okay? This person wants you to remain in the dark. Wants you to remain trapped. The Eight of Swords. But you will not. You will move forward with willpower and determination. And reach a judgment on whoever this is. I'm not going to say whatever. It's definitely a person, place, or thing. Look at that. And as soon as you reach a judgment on this person, the wheel is going to start flowing. It's going to start turning in your favor. Okay? So we're back at the Four of Cups. You need to reject that cup of love because it's full of sewer water. Look at that. The Three of Swords. It's full of heartbreak. It's going to lead to nothing but heartbreak and confusion. Look at this, Seven of Cups in reverse. Nothing but heartbreak and confusion because this person is going to try to keep you in a third party. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, they're going to try to keep you in a third party. Look, period. That's why you got to set healthy boundaries and stick by them with the Nine of Wands here. Because if you don't, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, the Pentacles represents like your confidence, your security. You're going to always be insecure, second guessing yourself, which again keeps you low enough so that these people can continue to have their foot on your neck. You low enough. You may be trying to raise your head up off the ground a little bit, but you low enough for them to still put their foot on your neck. You know, these people ain't flexible at all. That's why you gotta still be low enough for them to be able to step down on you. And keeping you confused about your worth will keep you low enough. But no, honey, you're the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you're a shapeshifter. Queen of Pentacles give me Empress energy. So you could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But you've also gotten the King of and Queen of Swords in the upright. So you could be air sign, Gemini, what is it, Libra or Aquarius. That could be your sun, moon, or rising. So the signs don't really matter. We have all of the signs in our chart. But you standing your ground with this Queen of Pentacles, very grounded and not accepting their bullshit anymore, walking away, it's gonna make you even sexier to them. These people are nuts. But that's part of the problem. They only see you as sexy. Or if it's family, you know what I'm saying? Just someone to use. Someone to use to carry their burdens, to help keep them from having to pay their karma. Because as long as they're attached to you, Spirit is not going to really grab a hold of them like they need to be grabbed a hold of, because you love them so fucking much. The Spirit already knows you're going to throw yourself in front of the bus for them, because that's just the type of love and pure heart that you have for people, and they don't have that same energy for you. That's why the Spirit wants you to walk away from them out of preservation and survival. But you love too hard. It's tough for you. So there's a revelation, an enlightenment that's going to come in, that's going to help you. Literally, the strength card, it's right here. Help you to build the strength to walk away. To walk away from this hangman energy, the guessing or the wondering, you know. Should I stay or should I go? When it's clear as day, and it's been clear for a very long time that you need to go. Because it's stifling you, preventing you from stretching your wings to its fullest extent. Because they already know once you do that, you're gonna see that they're not on your level. But as long as they can keep you low enough to keep their foot on your neck, you'll never see it. But they see you. They know you're a star. But they're so wrapped in their ego. Because what they don't know, if they really love you, if they love you right, you will bring them up with you. But that's the thing. You can't bring people like that up with you, because they will be constantly plotting on your downfall, because they want to be the one in control. But the problem is, if they're the one in control, they're going to be they're going to use that power in a negative way and to keep people oppressed. You get that type of power, you're going to elevate people. You're not someone that has to keep someone under you to feel important. But those are the type of people that do. And no matter how much love you give them, it's not going to be enough. And Spirit knows that. Which is why you're gonna have to block them and love them from a distance. Anyway, that's the message. I think I gave all of the quantum codes. You guys can use those quantum codes as you see fit. You can write them on your person, on a cup of water and drink it, on parchment paper to burn and release. Just use your imagination. The most powerful rituals are the ones that you make up yourself. So yeah, all right, hope they helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Love you all, and until next time, peace.